Welcome to the Just Being Frank Show, the realest sports talk show on YouTube, giving fans a real-life perspective on sports and entertainment.
You knew better, you do better, who do it better?
Get top of the morning, afternoon, night, depending on where you at. It's the Pope, your host, to do the most. Welcome to Just Being Frank Show. I'm off camera now. We finna pop into this other intro. CC for you, Kaylin Clark, 22, part 2, year 2. Let's get it.
CC for you. CC 22, part 2, year 2. Let's get it.
Kaylin's coming for you.
What's with all the hype? Is it all because she white?
Kaylin's coming for you.
Nah, she a dog, she can ball like she might.
Kaylin's coming for you.
Soaring through the sky, it's a Hawkeye legend.
Kaylin's coming for you.
Now the fever on fire, WNBA jam. Fast break, she on the move. Go hard, win or lose. Dog on the court, but show charm in her interviews. Even though they all hating, even though it's all Caitlyn. Sorry, bust your balls, but this year gon' be hard breaking. MVP, bad dad, logo 3-step bags. No look past, catch that. Nike couldn't check that. So check that, hating at the door. We in year 2 with the bacon if she the GOAT. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Rumble CC like Muhammad Ali. Shake the haters off like John the Liquidator. They games premature, should be balling in incubators. Keep putting ink to paper, keep signing for meals. If they try to lock you out, they'll be shining your wheels. Working at a car wash, cause most of them all wash. Claiming they the reason that most of us all watch.
Not just because of one person, it's because of me too.
What's with all the hype? Is it all because she white?
Kaylin's coming for you.
Nah, she a dog, she can ball like she might.
Kaylin's coming for you.
Soaring through the sky, it's a Hawkeye legend.
Kaylin's coming for you.
Now the fever on fire, WNBA jam. Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Nah, that's Angel Reese dropping turds on the game. Not working on the game, not deserving of the fame. Missing wide open lays like she played with a broken wing. Seemed hopeless, mainly Celeste couldn't fix it. We scream floopies, bang, that bang getting ridiculous. Tried to poke the bear, but we laughing cause she ticklish. Can't see me no man, CC, shoot it from a distance. Shoot it with persistence, do it so consistently. 6 overall with efficiency. Still receive hate so persistently. Microwave their game, cook their game in an instant. Pinpoint pretty passes, do it with precision. And you can't see the difference, you tripping. Kaylin is the type that can lift all boats, but poke holes and it's all she wrote. We want all the smoke.
Kaylin's coming for you.
What's with all the hype? Is it all because she white?
Kaylin's coming for you.
Nah, she a dog, she can ball like she might.
Kaylin's coming for you.
Soaring through the sky, it's a Hawkeye legend.
Kaylin's coming for you.
Now the fever on fire, WNBA jam.
Yeah. Who need that to be rewound? Who just got in here and heard that late? Because we own. Today is the day. It's game time. Pregame show. Welcome to the Just Being Frank show. We got to break down a lot of things, especially the injury of Kaylin Clark, which was never an injury, like I was saying from the start. Yes, sir. Ski, stay fly in the building. My guy, your guy, stay fly. Do you need the link, sir? Just let me know. Or if you just tuning in, tapping in, appreciate you coming through like as always. My guy. Pope, really enjoying your new channel and your knowledge of the game. I appreciate you, Tina. Hey, most definitely. Shaheed in the building next Saturday is when the season starts officially. But let's shout out first come, first serve, Miss Rebecca. Thank you for coming through off the top. And you at work. Have a lovely day at work. Hopefully, we're going to keep you tuned in your hour and a half because we're going to do this for an hour and a half. When the game come on, we out of here. We're going to lock in on the game. I have to lock in on the game. It's hard for me to do the live and lock in on the game at the same damn time because I like to pause. I like to rewind. I like to fast forward through commercials. I can't do all of that on the live. So I usually tap out when the game is on, but we gonna cook up all the way until game time. Let's listen to what Caitlin Clark had to say the other day about this injury and about planning today's game.
Yeah, I think taking my time. I feel really good, honestly, and excited to get out there and play again tomorrow, work on things that we need to work on. And yeah, Maria's been great. Our medical staff has been really helpful. But I feel really good, honestly.
What has it kept you from doing?
Sorry, what?
What has it kept you from doing?
Honestly, when I'm in practice, I'm full go. I'm not limited in any regard. Whatever drills I'm in the last 2 days, I've been pretty active, and there's no reason to overdo anything right now. It's been the beginning of the season. Still don't play here for another week, the last 2 days have been really, really good for myself. I don't. Probably just a little too much basketball. I think, I love being in the gym, but I think understanding like when to be in the gym and, when to recover and things like that. So I think just finding a balance and obviously just getting back into the swing of things. But yeah.
She be in the gym all day. What we saying, CC22, the original song? I'm in the gym all day. Logo threes, hit the rim, no way. My thing is she really be in the gym all day. Damn near 7 days out of the week. It's like she just can't stay out the gym. And like, hey, listen, I got to learn to slow down a little bit. Okay. This is so fun, though. She has so much fun playing basketball. That's why we love you, Caitlin, because we can see it's not really a job for you. This is what you love to do, and you understand the fact that in order to be great and not just say, hey, it's because of me too, you actually have to water the seed that God has planted in you to be successful. You got to water that seed for it to grow and blossom. And that's what Caitlin Clark continues to do, no matter how good, how many records she breaks, none of that type of stuff, it matters. She always continuously trying to level up, and that's what we love about her.
Yeah, it was nothing major or anything like that.
A lot of talk in the first couple weeks about everybody kind of finding their role with so many new players being here. How do you feel it's come together over these couple of weeks, and is everybody kind of happy with where it is right now?
Yeah, I think we're still in a process of figuring that out for sure. That's great why we have another preseason game here, and try different lineups, try different things, see who works well together. We have analytics people that are tracking all of that. So you can really see in the numbers what's working well for us and what's not. And I think everybody's embracing what their role is, and you're trying to figure that out as this goes. But, nobody's trying to do too much. They're just trying to be a great team player. Everybody's supporting each other. But I think as this last preseason game wraps up, we'll have a better idea of that. And everybody's just kind of, I think, itching to get out there and play a real game at this point.
Part of that in practice.
I love it. What she just said. We got analytics people to tell us what works with who. That's how tuned in they are, guys. They not chat. Listen, they so tuned in. It's not just the players. That's what I'm loving about the whole entirety of the organization, Indiana Fever, how they running it. We got analytic people to tell us, oh, we did this. We was this plus this when this group was on the floor. We was minus this when this group was on the floor together. This, that, and the other. Like keeping track of everything. Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
This year where you can be surprised by some of that, where you put a combo out there and go, okay, this is something new.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so great about our roster is the depth. There's so many different things we can try. Like in here today on defense, like we can go, quick and a little shorter and fast, or we can go a little taller and really long. We have some very athletic players. When you put DB out there, you put Lexi out there, we have some really long players that can get in passing lanes and cause some problems, especially on the defensive end. So that's why practice is great. You try different things, you see what works well, but I think that's the great thing about our team. We have a lot of depth. So if something's not working in the game, you just go to the next and try something. And yeah, I think that's why we've been using practice as much as we can. Is we've been in here for 2 hours, a little more every day, and just trying different things out.
Wait a minute. Let's talk about it. Did you see the face? You see how when she's talking about the depth, how deep we are? Because she ain't never had this type of team before with so much depth, so much talent around her. She just breaking it all down. Yeah, you see the length. We got the length, or we can want to go short and fast. We can go here. If we want to do this, we can go there. She's like a kid in a candy store. That's how she's talking. Like, I got that. I got the big sucker over there. I got this over there. I got the blow pop here. I got that there. The chocolate over here. The cotton candy here. And it's all at my tip of my fingers, to make it sweet.
Is Kelsey maybe seems more confident or comfortable or enjoying the start of the season? Have you seen that?
Yeah, I mean, last year during training camp, it was obviously hard. She was out with a little bit of an ankle injury. So I think now, especially for the two of us, we didn't never really practice together before we took the court at the beginning of last season. We were kind of just tossed out there together, and she was even limited in our first game. I can't remember if she started or came off the bench. I believe she might.
Let me just say something. I'm going to pause you real quick, TC. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I'm just saying that was something we really didn't know because we didn't know who Kelsey Mitchell was at the time, so we didn't know how good, none of that. We didn't really know who the girls was on the team. We just knew you was on the team. And so during training camp, we did not really know who Kelsey Pistol Mitchell is. She wasn't Kelsey Pistol Mitchell at the time. She was just a player on the Fever. And so we didn't really understand that. And so what she just said, that was huge, that we didn't even have a training camp together. She was out during training camp, which, again, we were new to the team, the players. We didn't know how significant that actually was. If you did, you did, but you're a minority in that situation. The majority of us had no damn clue who Kelsey Mitchell was.
She might even came off the bench. So we never really had any true time of working with one another, whether that was until the start of the season or Olympic break. So it's been nice in training camp to continue to build that chemistry.
No wonder it was so rocky. No wonder it was so rocky at the beginning between the dynamic of those two, and then having a crazy boo-boo coach in Christy Step-Asides who didn't know how to use Caitlin Clark, didn't know how to use Kelsey Mitchell, and thinking, okay, it was just all over the place. And so the fact that Kelsey Pistol Mitchell missed training camp for the most part and then got thrown out there to try to play the way she'd been playing and having Caitlin move to the side, it was just chaotic from the go. Until they, like Caitlin said, we had a USA Olympic break. Then we actually got time to practice together because we know the grueling schedule the WNBA had set for Caitlin Clark to start out to where she wouldn't have no practice with the team after training camp because they would be continuously on the road. They just kept them on the road for the longest of time, little here and there home games, but most part on the road, back-to-backs, and all of that, while every other team in the WNBA was having a game here and well in between. It was insanity.
Chemistry with her, but I think she's going to see like how open things are going to be for her. I think that happened a lot even last year, but now with even more weapons on the floor, with how fast she is, she can get downhill, she makes shots, she just makes it really tough on the defense to pick and choose when to switch and what they're going to do, and that goes for our entire team. With as much depth as we have, it's going to put other teams in tough positions.
Specific on the court impressions of Natasha Howard playing with her so far?
Yeah, I think Tosh is a player that everybody really, really respects. She's won. She plays both ends of the ball really, really well. She's a little quieter, but you always feel her presence. I think especially on the defensive end, it seems like every single day in practice, she comes up with multiple big stops when we're playing live. She's always there. But like I said, I think she's just a reliable player. She's going to do her job. She's going to do it really well. And I've loved getting to play with her. She runs the floor well. She has really great hands.
Great hands.
Oh, I've never seen anything like that. It was pretty incredible. Pretty incredible.
What strikes you as different about this training camp and some of the other ones that you've been in your career?
I think just like the energy is different. Steph and her staff, they put us all in great positions to be successful. Something that's really exciting. We do a lot of work pre-practice, post-practice. I think we're just really locked in. Everyone knows what their roles are, so that really helps, and everyone's knows what their role, what they're supposed to be doing on the court.
What has the focus been going into that final preseason game?
Just tightening things up on the defensive end, making sure we're running our sets well. We're going to make sure we're setting really great screens, using our screens, waiting for screens, and also just great communication on offensive end and on the defensive end as well.
Of your teammates, has anyone stood out from that standpoint, from the communication and leadership?
I think a lot of people say about a young team. I think we have a lot of older players. So I think all the vets have been really loud. I think standouts are AB and Sophie. Sophie's always cheering and encouraging people. AB's obviously been here a few years, and she's always helping pick people up on the offensive end and defensive end as well. So I think it's really helpful when everyone just kind of has their voices or multiple positions. So I think that'll only help us more on the defensive end.
Yeah. Coach Wright.
Oh, we did it game one. We did it before game one and shooter in practice the day before. Yes, they do.
Yeah, they forget I have 4 kids that have to go to college, but yeah. Yeah.
When you look into this preseason game, do you view it more as let's get everybody reps, or more this is our final tune-up, let's really try to solidify it?
A little bit of both. We want to make sure that we're starting to make reads, that we're starting to hunt matchups, that we're starting to put each other in position to be successful. We're still tinkering with different lineups, trying to figure out, which one's the best that's going to give us the best start, which one's the best unit that's going to finish, which one's the best, like when we're subbing and meshing, what do our rotations look like? So we're still going to tinker with that a little bit. Mostly that's probably the way that we're gonna kind of manipulate. But still want to get reps for a lot of people. We still want to build our quality depth and make sure that we know who can be in certain situations in the game.
Correcto. Boy, you be right.
Do you have any plans to hold anyone out?
No plans to hold anybody
out.
Oh,
no. And that threw me off. Let me tell you something. I thought for sure, okay. I thought they was setting it up for Kaylin to be out. So somewhere down the line, I think that's what they was doing with this little leg injury thing, even when she started that talk in the beginning of the week. That, Kaylin Clark is limited in practice. That's what Coach Wright was saying. She was saying the right things, though, as far as, well, no, I know again, because y'all know me. I said they should have just kept it funky and said Kaylin Clark ain't playing in no preseason games, period, except for the Iowa one. But that's too frankness for a lot of people. It would have rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. You would have had people talking. So, okay, understandable. Y'all say she got a little tightness. So, y'all, it's not like you really predicted her to be injured or said some shit that, it's a little tightness in the muscle. We just watching it, limited practice time, this, that, and the other. Kaylin said, I ain't been limited in doing nothing. I've been full go, throttle, all the way, right? And to me, somewhere in this week, Kaylin must have said, I want to play. I want to play, especially against the Dream. Because, the Mystics, understandable. A bunch of rookies, ain't no need. First game of the preseason, ain't no need to step out there. But this is the last game of preseason before first game. And it's like, and we playing against a team that could possibly be top 5, top 6 team in the league. So, Kaylin must have took it upon herself and told the franchise, hey, I want to play in this game. I don't know limit. We're not going to even act like anything's wrong with me. We're not going to even play that game. I'm going to play in the game because we're not going to play that game. And that's, again, why I love Kaylin Clark. And that had to be, to me, that had to be the case. Because you don't start setting in people's minds on Monday, we limited her in practice, and that's not the truth. You really did not limit her in practice, which Kaylin Clark said she has not been limited, right? So shout out to everybody in the building, man. We got 200 in. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. It's the poll, baby. Let's go.
Concerns with Kelsey's finger? She seems fine with it. Just playing.
I forget about Kelsey's finger because, she was playing great with it overseas, too. Certainly – her shot's a little funky in the way that it releases anyway, and I think that she's learned to protect it. So for her, it's like she's efficient.
I love how she bent her finger like as if her fingers broke.
She's effective until she starts complaining about it hurting.
Right.
No concerns.
No concerns. I'm not concerned. I'm not worried. Kelsey Pistol Mitchell. Not worried. Hello. You see on my finger? Can you see this finger right here? This bone right here, but it's nothing. I can't feel it. I can't feel the hurt. It doesn't hurt at all, but it won't go straight like the other fingers, right? It won't go straight, and hers is a little more worse, but it's something similar to where it looked crazy, but it's no pain. There's no pain there, and so if it get back right, it get back right. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It happens to wide receivers and tight ends and cornerbacks all the time, especially in football wide receivers, even just in football in general, because you're always using your hands, your fingers can get caught up in somebody's jersey, face mask, all that type of stuff. Because somebody try to move, your finger get jammed in it, and that thing bend this way, you continue to play. You get that finger corrected, and you continue to play. So I never was worried. When Kelsey Pistol Mitchell showed it, I was like, oh, that's ugly. But I understood at the same time, okay, but you've been playing like that, with it like that for, like you said, since China, then it's one of them things that just look crazy, but there's no pain there.
How have you seen her kind of work back from that in these few weeks?
I mean, I really haven't noticed anything. I mean, she was scoring 30 over there with a finger looking crazy. So I haven't really noticed her having any kind of issues. I think the biggest thing is seeing the swelling go down, seeing a little bit more range of motion, the work that she put in, to position herself for that. The most important thing to me is that it's not getting hurt every time it gets tweaked. And I think that through her rehab and her work in rehab, we've worked through that.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge news. That's huge news.
Matchups. How do you kind of go about that strategy?
Yeah,
these reporters, I gotta speak up, man. Y'all got basketballs bouncing in the background. You got girls talking and yelling at each other. Y'all gotta speak up, baby. Come on now. Y'all need a little mic yourselves, if that's the case. You need a mic right here, and it need to be tuned in and tapped in, plugged in, whatever the case may be, with everybody's. Come on. Can't hear it. What the hell?
That was a struggle at my time in Connecticut. We couldn't really build a consistent rotation, and so now having the quality depth to do that. Number one, it's we want to be efficient throughout 4 quarters.
Yes,
in fact, we'd love to get better throughout 4 quarters.
Yes, we do.
So if we have any kind of a dip, what is that? What does it look like? We want to have great starts, but we also want to have energy off the bench, and we don't want to have a drop in production. We don't want to have a drop in anything really when we get our team coming off the bench. So it's evaluating those non-tangible things, right? The intangibles that you can't look at through analytics, and then it's looking at the numbers. Like what's our best offensive lineup? What's our best defensive lineup? What's our best lineup with a net rating? Who's best under pressure? Who can finish ball games? Those kinds of situations.
You giving them too much. You giving them too much game. Hey. Save that for coaching one-on-one. Chill out. You giving them too much game. I know you excited like we excited, Steph White. But hey, relax. You giving them too much game. Relax. Okay. So I love what you're saying. You said everything the right way. We doing this, we doing that. The analytics. You heard Caitlin Clark. We got analytics to show us what's going on. We so prepared. We're so prepared, and we are so ready to hear what she got to say. I know the arena. Where they at, y'all? Are they in Atlanta? Or are they in Indiana? That's something I have not. Anybody, please chat. Let me know. Tell me, chat. Are we in Indiana? We in Indy today? We in Indy? I need to know, chat. Yes, no, maybe so. We're in Indy, right? I believe. I'm leaning. If I had to bet on it, we're in the ATL. I would have lost my money. See, if I had to bet on it, I would have lost. Okay, good. That's why I don't gamble. Okay, so we're in the ATL. All right. So ATL, Caitlin Clark showing up in the 4,000 and 4K seat. Only 4,000 seats? What you mean? They're not playing where the Hawks play? We playing I know y'all not y'all jiving. Y'all jiving. That ain't true. Ain't no way they're gonna have Caitlin Clark playing some 4,000er seat arena. 4,000? They left yesterday on the plane. Okay, smooth. We not. It's where we playing at, y'all. We playing in Atlanta. Understand? I know we playing in Atlanta. What arena? What arena? Are we playing at the Hawks arena? The Cheese Peak? Ain't it what it's called? Cheese Peak? Do real 4K seat. That's all. I saw them on. Y'all saying they playing in front of a 4,000 seater? The Baby Arena. Wow. Okay. You know who else was talking about attendance? See, they don't want the attendance to look too crazy. They know Caitlin Clark. That's embarrassing. You open up the big arena and she sell out 17,000 at the NBA arena, something that the Atlanta Hawks and Trae Young can't even do. And she would have did that preseason. That's a hater move. That's okay. And it's just like, see, it's such a hater move. Listen to Angel Reese, mama. I don't know how I let this slide. Hold on, let's bring this up. But Angel Reese, mama, days ago, and I don't know how this slid past me. Come on, chat. How y'all let this slide past? Nobody could inbox me. Angel Reese Sr. was talking trash about the attendance at Cape. No, none of y'all notified me and said, Pope. Because that's what I be looking for, too. I be hoping one of my, subscribers come across something sometimes, see that I might not have touched on it, and give me a little email and say, "Po, man, talk about this." I love taking suggestions what y'all want to hear me talk about, because I do this for the people. I do this for myself, but I do this for the people. I want to give you what you want. Now, Angel Reese mom came out and tweeted, and you know what, Angel Reese Sr., I liked you. I mean, I understand you handicapped your daughter because you silver spooned her and never told her no and the truth about herself and her game and what she's doing, which that was clear in y'all podcast you did together when she retired you, right? And so it was clear that a lot of things y'all said, I'm not going to go over all of that. But I thought you was overall a wholesome woman, a woman, down-to-earth woman, kind of opposite of Angel Reese, and you just couldn't control her because you just wanted to give her everything. But here you are tweeting, oh, that certain fan base looking in the stands celebrating attendance while others are looking up in the rafters celebrating championship banners. We ain't the same. Different year, same haters. Have a great day. Now, Angel Reese Sr., the lady who chose to name her daughter after her, the narcissistic move that you just made with that's crazy. You named your daughter a junior, basically, and then want to say, you're not a junior. Yes, the hell she is. She's a junior because you're crazy. How many women out there name their daughters after them? Okay, neither here nor there. But you celebrating like rafters a championship banner that 15, 12 people had something to do with? When you're talking about we celebrating attendance of a 17,000, a 14, 15,000 seated arena is sold out because of one person, and your daughter had the nerve to say everybody watching because of me too. And so when we see that nobody's showing up and watching, and we speak on, damn, ain't nobody watching you too, you have the nerve to try to tweet something like we celebrating she's in the WNBA now, girl. She ain't got nothing hung up in no rafters. So we talking about you look up in the rafters. Where? At the Chicago Sky? What championship banner Angel Reese was a part of for the Chicago Sky? The fact that you trying to live on LSU championship as if your daughter is off the chain because she was a part of a championship team that a banner got hung up in the rafters is her. Look, we go to Iowa and we look up in the rafters and you know what we see? 22, Caitlin Clark jerseys retired. When we look up at the Iowa Hawkeyes rafters, we see 22, Caitlin Clark. Over. Finito. You never see nobody put on a deuce no more. You think LSU gonna retire Angel Reese jersey? And again, that's an individual. So we look up in the rafters and see Caitlin Clark individual success that she had at Iowa. What kind of individual historical run did Angel Reese have at LSU? The girl went back to her own alma mater and played in the game, exhibition game versus the same team Indiana Fever did in Iowa, and nobody showed up, and they was trying to give tickets away. It was $11 to get in the game. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, $6.70 to get in the building. Yeah, not $6.70, $670 to get in the building. That's just to get in. That's not good. Good seats? Good luck. Okay? Good luck. You must have a good buck. We've heard so many different things about why people didn't show up to the game for Angel Reese. Oh, it was preseason. Oh, it was this. It was that. No, it was her game is terrible, and everybody see she don't be working on her game for real. She's not serious about basketball. So the only people that really show up to basketball games is people that enjoy watching basketball. And if you enjoy watching basketball, you want to see good basketball. You don't want to see layups getting thrown up at the rim crazy and getting your own rebound 7-8 times because you didn't attempt it 7-8. Like, come on. Stop playing with me. This is what I'm saying. Your mama got the nerve to come out here and embarrass everybody. Like, what is this? Terrible. No wonder. I see where she got it from now. Oh, that certain fan base. And then the fact that you got to even trying to talk anything about, what has Caitlin Clark said anything about Angel Reese or her fan base? What if Caitlin Clark's parents said anything about Angel Reese and her fan base, which has hated on Caitlin Clark at every turn, even when it's unwarranted, when she don't even speak and say words like, everybody watching basketball because of me. She don't even say things like that. She don't even say, I want y'all to know that too. She don't say things like that. She don't be, look at me all the time. I'm over here showing my body at half off. She don't do none of that stuff that warrant, none of the hate that Angel Reese fans, that fan base of it, your daughters, brings to her. Angel Reese warrants all of the get back because she continuously put her foot in her mouth, saying the outlandish things, interviewing outlandish people. So how you gonna come at Caitlin Clark's fan base and because you coming at Caitlin Clark basically, and that girl she ain't done nothing to none of y'all. So you a grown ass woman want to talk about Caitlin Clark and her fan base, and basically trying to throw in Caitlin Clark's face that my daughter won a ring. Huh? Y'all, you only bring people to your game. What? Yeah, we ain't the same. Yeah, we're not. You're definitely right. Nowhere close. So what about the person at the end of the bench that didn't see no PT in the game that won the championship ring with LSU? And they can say, her family can say, we can look up in the rafters. Yeah, that's it. That's all you can say, huh? That's what I mean. Y'all gonna hang on that until the wheels fall off. Damn shame. Damn shame. All right, let's get into this one person because again, I don't know about the Atlanta Dream too much. I didn't watch their first preseason game. You know, I'm going for the fever. I got the fever. I got Caitlin Clark doing what Caitlin Clark does, being efficient. I got them running and gunning, looking good. That's basically what I got for the game. I didn't get to touch on something, and I'm about to. Oh, I'm about to. Quita loves sports. I can't stand you. You're a hypocrite. You're disgusting. And I'm about to show y'all and tell y'all why. She did a video the other day that had like WNBA preseason is booming. Let me find this. Let me find this. Because, yeah, we got to talk about it. Notes, they said nobody watches. Okay, yep. Let's go here and let's spend some time with this hypocrite young lady right here who got on a Gospel Run t-shirt. She played a part as if she holy, wholesome, God, all of that. She played a part like she fair and all that. She's such a hater. She's such a hater, and it's ridiculous. It's disgusting. I promise you. I can't stand this girl no longer because she's so phony. She's so fake. And I know a lot of y'all probably rock with her and be like, oh, she's sweet. Yeah, watch this. Watch how she about to play this. She put the title is, they said nobody's watching. Then 1.3 million showed up. And she got Caitlin Clark on her thumbnail on this. Or the matter of fact, she got the arena, the attendance since Angel Reese, mama said nobody watching attendance. Well, one of your own very own Chicago Sky Angel Reese followers, lovers, fans, she's watching attendance and she's talking about it in a whole. Now, again, let me see how many. Matter of fact, how many views? Okay, never mind. But let's check this out. Watch this. This is a blow. If you haven't seen it,
no one watches. Like this is not preseason is not a big deal for the WNBA because no one watches. No one really cares about what happens in preseason games, but I'm going to tell you this year, we have seen an influx in preseason game attendance. And I want to tell the story like this. So last year in preseason, the Chicago Sky played the New York Liberty. This was a home preseason game. All right. May the 7th, 2024. I was there. I think Mama joined me on that game. I'm pretty sure. Mama was there for that game. But okay, Sky versus Liberty. In that game, actually, the Sky just destroyed the Liberty, 101-53, and whatnot. So anyway, it's a great day for the Chicago Sky. But this game,
great day for the Chicago Sky. Let me just pause that real quick because we talking about how they look good during this preseason. They look good last preseason too. Let Quita Love the Sky tell it, and Angel Reese. Let's let it tell.
Had a registered attendance of 3,132 fans in attendance. All right.
3,332 fans in attendance. Hold on. Wow. Okay. That was last year. She's talking about last year for Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso's debut. 3,321 fans in attendance.
Sky versus Liberty, preseason, May the 7th, 2024. Now, a thing to note is one, that game was only open to season ticket holders. And so, yes, that number is very, very low, but
now I think she's lying right there. Now, please, somebody in the chat fact check that. Because you mean to tell me a struggling franchise like the Chicago Sky, who don't have no practice facility, they practice in YMCA gyms, it look like, or D1 or high school gyms, whatever the case may be. But they don't get to practice where the Chicago Bulls practice. No. So you mean to tell me y'all have two of the top draft picks in the supposedly biggest, this is the best draft class, and it's the whole draft class that's changing the game for the WNBA. Y'all have two of them in this supposedly situation. And the first WNBA game that I'm pretty sure was cheap tickets. You mean to tell me they only let people win who were season ticket holders? Can somebody fact check that? Was that game only for season ticket holders? Because I'm going to call that a lie. They would only sell, you got Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso, and you only going to sell, only people who got season tickets can come to the game? You're going to deny any other money that want to come in. So you're going to deny and say, no, you don't got season tickets. Sorry, can't come in. And if that's the case, if this is the truth, y'all season tickets must not be nothing but $20. And they was trying to get everybody to spend that hot dub real quick. Y'all trying to get everybody to spend. Look, it's only $20 for the season tickets, man. And it's $19.99 to get in. So which one you want to do? Just go ahead and get your season tickets. So again, if you're a season ticket holder, it's not saying nothing. It's not saying much if you're a season ticket holder of the Chicago Sky. But let's go. Let's listen to this because I want y'all to really pay attention. So far, she's a minute in. She ain't said nothing about Caitlin Clark yet.
Part of that is one, because it was only preseason fans. All right. We moved that up a year.
I want y'all. I can tell she's lying though. Just watch her body language.
It's only preseason
when she says it. After she realizes, she's gonna realize when she say 3,321 people, she's gonna realize, damn, that was super low. And so she like kind of fixed it and said, "Oh yeah, it was only for preseason season ticket holders." And then so it was only preseason fans that was in the building.
Is one, that game was only open to season ticket holders. And so yes, that number is very, very low, but part of that is one, because it was only preseason fans. Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay.
We moved that up a year, and let's talk about some numbers. So yesterday, Chicago Sky had 4,688 fans in attendance for their game against the Minnesota Lynx.
4,000 this year. So a year later, now is this one open to the public now? Not just season ticket holders this time? So now the public can come through, and only 1,000 more people showed up. Only 1,000 more people. And again, you're not even telling us how much the cost of these tickets are, which is very important.
The Golden State Valkyries ended up having 17,000 428 fans in attendance for their game against the Sparks, which they lost by 1 point to the LA Sparks, 83-82. Now that game, the reason why 17,000 plus came to that game, one is because it's a brand new team, brand new court. Like they're excited. You have the Golden State Valkyries at the Chase Center. It was a big deal, and they were like, "Hey, all of y'all better come out for this game." And so, yes, that was a huge reason as to why that game has 17,000 fans. Right?
See that right there too? That's some hater boy. I'm telling you. Listen, this boils my blood. So, them the only reasons? You sure? You sure you didn't forget like the main biggest reason? Because why? It's a Caitlin Clark effect reason. Because Kate Money Martin plays on a team. You forgot about Kate Money Martin, one of the highest selling jersey sellers in the league. What, number 3, 4, 5, something like that. Somebody else's chin is up there as well on that team. But okay, yes, it is a new team. I agree with you with that, and it is in the Bay, and the Bay love just sports. They be on. So you got new team in the Bay. And they got Kate Money Martin, who last year was what? 3rd in jersey sales. So meaning a lot of people actually support with money for Kate Money Martin. They went and supported her by going to purchase her jersey. And you got the nerve to leave her out of that equation. She's the number 3 last year jersey selling player in the WNBA. Oh, but no Kate Money Martin. It was because they're new. It's because they told them, y'all better come to the game. So that's all it took was for them to say, hey, y'all better come to the games. And 17,000 people showed up there. No, you said everything right, but you left out one big reason why everybody showed up to that game. Damn shame.
Then we go to the other game that happened yesterday, which was the Aces versus the Phoenix Mercury in Las Vegas at Michelob Ultra Arena. We saw 8,637 fans go out for that game. All right. We also saw another preseason game, Storm versus the Sun, where we were in. That was on May the 4th. We were in Seattle. We saw 7,153 fans join. And then also on May the 4th, we saw in Iowa City, we saw 14,998 fans in attendance to watch the Indiana Fever take on Brazil.
Okay, so you brought up Sky, 4,000 fans. You brought up somebody else who had 7,000 fans. You brought up somebody else who had 8,000 fans in attendance. And then you brought up Iowa and Caitlin Clark and the Fever, which you still haven't said Caitlin Clark's name. We're 3 minutes in the video. You still haven't said Caitlin Clark's name. And you don't see the big difference between 15,000 in attendance compared to 4,000 who's at the bottom, which is Angel Reese, at the bottom of all of these preseason games. Here goes, it's because of me too. She's at the bottom. Then you got 7,000. Then you got 8,000. And then you got 15,000. Double of what y'all tried to bring in.
Why I'm saying this, the reason why I'm talking about these games, the reason why I'm talking about the numbers is because all in all, both small and large, we have seen an increase.
Did y'all see the cut? See how she edited? Because she don't know what she's saying. She's stuttering so much in this video. It's so bad because she knows she capped the whole video. But watch how many times you can see the edits where she messing up, but she stop, pause, put it back together. You can see it. Watch.
Take on Brazil. The reason why I'm saying this, the reason why I'm talking about these games, the reason why I'm talking about the numbers, the Indiana Fever take on Brazil. The reason why I'm saying this, the reason why I'm talking about these games, the reason why I'm talking about the numbers is because all in all,
right there,
both small and large, we have seen an increase from last year preseason to this year preseason. It's just obvious. We've seen an increase in that. All right. So the idea that people don't go out to watch WNBA preseason games, it's gone. But I specifically want to spend some time talking about the Sunday game.
So still, no Caitlin Clark. Ain't brought her up. She just talked about the Iowa and the 15,000 fans, but she's trying to make it seem like the WNBA game is growing so much, and it's not because of Caitlin Clark. She's trying to say, look, it was 7,000 people that came to that game, 8,000 people that came to that game, 4,000 that came to the Chicago Sky game. It's not just Caitlin Clark. The WNBA is going up.
Game with the Fever versus Brazil, because I think that gives a lot of insight as to the success that the WNBA can have if they fully lean more into what happened on Sunday. And
what
to
are
me,
you talking? Look, go back, girl. You throwing word salads. Go back. I'm gonna let that go back.
Insight as to
go back a little more.
The success that the WNBA can have if they fully. The reason why I'm talking about these games, the reason why I'm talking about the numbers, is because all in all, both small and large, we have seen an increase from last year preseason to this year preseason. It's just obvious. We've seen an increase in that. All right. So the idea that people don't go out to watch WNBA preseason games, it's gone. But I specifically want to spend some time talking about the Sunday game with the Fever versus Brazil, because I think that gives a lot of insight as to the success that the WNBA can have if they fully lean more into.
Caitlin Clark, say it. What do you mean? Did they fully lean into what? Why are you highlighting that game? That's the Caitlin Clark game, homecoming game. You want to say, are you trying to tell your people, or the people, period, that somebody else could possibly have this type of success if they did this and put the main players' game back in their alma mater, that they could draw anywhere close to this type of this type of attendance? Are you trying to say that, so if the WNBA start taking, let's say, Asia Wilson next year and have her exhibition game against a national team at South Carolina, that she would do anywhere close to these numbers? Wow.
What happened on Sunday? And to me, this gives a nod to what we will see in the future. All right, because on Sunday, 1.3 million people tuned in to watch a preseason WNBA game. All right, not only did they watch a WNBA preseason game, 1.3 million people on average. Not only did that happen, the game was on ESPN.
Look here.
Think about it. That's never happened.
Never happened
before, ever, or at least that anybody can really remember. Right?
Still haven't said Caitlin Clark's name 4 minutes in, and she talking about 1.3 million to watch a WNBA preseason game. She keeps saying watch a WNBA preseason game as if it's not Caitlin Clark in the Indiana Fever game.
The fact that a WNBA game preseason was on ESPN during the NBA playoffs. That's a wild thing to say. And it's even wilder to imagine that 1.3 million people on average, 14,000, a little bit less than 15,000, ended up showing up to the arena to watch the Indiana Fever play a preseason game against high schoolers. They played against the Brazilian national team that was a team that has quite a bit of high schoolers in it, right? Has some high schoolers, has some teenagers, young players. This is not like
you see that little sneaky diss right there. That's a little. They played against some high schoolers. They played against and watch, I'm about to cook this. But
Fever were playing another WNBA team. They weren't. They were playing a team that a lot of people don't know anybody on the team, right? Most people cannot name anybody on the Brazilian national team.
So how was it a WNBA preseason game, and how do you think this can continue to boost the WNBA if they use this model that they use for Caitlin Clark, the biggest draw of all draws, and you still have yet to say her name in 5 minutes of your video, but yet you have Caitlin Clark getting a hug and interview with a tweet from her right here on preseason upgrade with Caitlin Clark, and then you showing the Iowa arena with the whole thing filled up for your thumbnail. But yeah, you 5 minutes in this video and you talking about the ratings, you talking about the attendance, and you said WNBA preseason game. They watched, it was 15,000 people to show up that watched the WNBA preseason game. Not, it was 15,000 people that showed up to see Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. which that's exactly what it was. And everybody knows that. Even her own teammates came out and said, man, they love her and support her so much that like this is blasphemy. This is beyond despicable for a person to be talking for 5 minutes about ratings and viewership and a specifically Indiana Fever in Iowa, but try to lump that in and say, oh, it's because the WNBA is just growing at a rapid pace. But it don't got nothing to do with Caitlin Clark. Let's 5 minutes in, still on Caitlin Clark.
The exception of maybe Camila Cardoso, but Camila Cardoso didn't even play in that game because she's with the Chicago Sky, right? That's the kicker, guys. This number, 1.3 million on average, beats ESPN's average for WNBA games for all of last year. All right? The peak was 1.6. 1.3 million is on average. All right? That's 13% higher than the WNBA regular season average last year. Okay? But it gets even wilder, guys. Did you know that only 2 WNBA preseason games in the last 15 years has had better numbers than that? And both of those games, of course, surprise, 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 had LeBron James on it.
What she meant to say was NBA. This is how, like, she's so capped. She first says WNBA, only 2 games that had the same numbers or a little bit higher than that, preseason games. She says WNBA preseason games. And she says, and who was it that had it? Who was the player? LeBron. Surprise, surprise. Let's listen again.
Had better numbers than that. And both of those games, of course, that only 2 WNBA preseason games in the last 15 years has had better numbers than that. And both of those games, of course, surprise, 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 had LeBron James on it. Right.
So that's funny that you recognize that the 2 preseason games, and again, LeBron James don't play in the WNBA, dummy. So you recognize that LeBron James is the only player that have better numbers than 1.3 million average viewers for a preseason game. And you recognize that LeBron is a big reason why that happened. But yet, and you said his name right after. You're talking about those big numbers that's bigger than what 1.3 is, but yeah, you still ain't said Caitlin Clark's name. But you can recognize and say, oh, that's most likely they had those type of numbers because LeBron James. Surprise, surprise, it's LeBron James that's playing on the team. So, of course, they had the numbers. But no, this is just a WNBA preseason game. Let you tell it why they having these numbers. You still have not mentioned Caitlin Clark. And you 5 minutes and 38 seconds into this video.
This was not a fluke number to watch this game.
Yeah.
Right? This is a future prediction of what is more to come. Right?
This is just a future prediction of what's to come. What, when Caitlin Clark plays? Still ain't mentioned Caitlin Clark. You're killing me.
The Indiana Fever played Brazil in Caitlin Clark's first home game.
She fucked.
First game.
Finally, 5 minutes and 56 seconds in, you finally said Caitlin Clark. Sheesh. Boy, that must have took a lot out of you to tell the truth with your Gospel Run t-shirt on. Let's go back a little bit.
This was not a fluke number.
It wasn't.
To watch this game.
Yeah, because Caitlin Clark is always going to do those numbers, dummy.
This is a future prediction of what is more to come, right? The Indiana Fever played Brazil in Caitlin Clark's first home game, or first game in Iowa, back at her old stomping grounds of Carver, Hawkeye.
Cat got your tongue? Does the cat got your tongue? You dumb.
This is a future prediction of what is more to come, right? The Indiana Fever played Brazil in Caitlin Clark's first home game, or first game in Iowa, back at her old stomping grounds of Carver, Hawkeye Arena. guys. And this game was wild. This was a full circle moment
All right,
for
get off my screen.
Caitlin.
Get off my screen. Get off my screen. You ugly too. That's what happens to ugly people. Ugly people like to be ugly and try to act like they not. They like to be ugly and try to act like they not. They nice, that they kind, that they cool. No. God don't like ugly. I can tell you like that now, Queen of Love, and you playing with God's name. Because you sitting up there bold-faced lying. You sitting up there bold-faced lying to many of subscribers. You many of viewership people come and watch your stuff. And you bold-faced lying, sitting there, oh, it's because of now you don't know how to talk. You do videos and lives all day, every day, and you seem to fluently go through things, except for when you cap in. It's a shame on you. Shame. You should be ashamed of yourself. Got the nerve to put God runs on gospel run. What church you go to? You one of them them hypocritical Christians. Yeah. That's ridiculous, Quita. I can't believe you. You sat there and said all that word salad. 6 minutes of word salad, and you really trying to downplay Caitlin Clark. You really had the nerve to try to act like it wasn't her the reason why everything got more numbers. The reason why 17,000 people showed up to see the Valkyrie. She is still Caitlin Clark. The reason why 8,000 people came to see the Liberty or whoever the hell 8,000 people came to see. 7,000 people came to see. And it's Angel Reese's own fault that no more than 4,000 come to see her, because it ain't because of me too. Because she loved to keep talking like it is, and people starting to show her, even her own fans, it's not. We don't even want to watch you. They could be giving away tickets. They out there trying to give these tickets away on the radio station. And they not even coming up there to claim their tickets. They like, that's a waste of gas. I'm going to have to go up there to the station. That's $5-6 in gas. I'm smooth. I got $5 on it to go get me some tree. I'd rather put $5 on it to go get some tree than to go watch Angel Reese. And your mama got the nerve to come out the woodworks talking about some, y'all looking at attendance, we looking at the Raptors. Yeah, we are too, at a retired Caitlin Clark jersey. Stupid. We looking at the Raptors too, at a retired Caitlin Clark jersey. We looking at the Raptors too, because we can shoot it from the logo. We can shoot it from the logo. But you about to see in 10 minutes. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, man. I don't take that nonsense when it comes to y'all talking crazy about Caitlin. That to me, even when you try not to talk crazy about Caitlin Clark, we out here capping on Caitlin Clark's name. We out here capping on my girl, acting like she ain't like that. Pope, not everyone can get into the booth with no notes. Oh, man, yeah, that's me and you. Yeah, Ben, we don't got to take nothing. We just press record and yeah. We just press record and get to it. Huh? We come with the thought. It's in the head. Press record, get to it. Ain't nothing to stumble over, because I know what I'm talking about. I'm not stumbling over no words unless I'm a little tip. So y'all people that be over there, unless you just a Caitlin Clark hater, and y'all be over there tapped in, tuned in to that Quita Love Sports, understand she's a fraud when it comes to Caitlin Clark. If you're a Clark fan, she pump fake like she for everybody, and but more so Chicago Sky, because she's a fan of that. But she's for the whole WNBA. Now she can't stand Caitlin Clark for real. And that showed you so right there. That showed you she can't stand Caitlin Clark for real. And I can't stand her. And so I had to let it be known. Yeah, we had to talk about that. But now, again, this new game coming up, 9 minutes, we're going to have a whole squad playing. And I think we're going to see a lot of the starting lineup. We're going to see a lot of everybody, really. They're going to be able to do this real nicely, I believe, because whoever, you only got one more person you have to cut. So you want to start to now really see about these lineups. You want to see who looks good with who in what situations. What Stephanie White was saying right before we got into the Angel Reese, lover, Queen of Love, whatever. But that's what we're going to see tonight. We're going to see Stephanie White utilizing her roster and what we're going to be getting ready for that Chicago Sky come Saturday, next Saturday. And watch that arena be filled up. Where we at? Are we at the United Center? And I bet you Angel Reese Sr., when she be in that filled stadium, and then next game, Chicago Sky go play after the Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever game, and she see that arena empty again. Yeah, ma'am. Tell your daughter to stop talking so much and do more playing, more working on her game. Like you told her in her podcast, you want to see her be a lot more efficient. Yeah, you see her missing them layups too. You see her too. That ain't. You don't think that got to do with it? Why people ain't coming to them games? They see it. They see her. Like you said, you see her. Guess what? They see her. We see her. Nobody want to come to them games. Pay for that? You kidding me? We're not coming to watch that. That's terrible. So stop hating on Caitlin Clark because she can shoot from the logo. Because she can shoot it from the logo. And she draw all of the fans all over the place. She really growing the game. The reason why your daughter was able to retire you, ma'am, is because Caitlin Clark can shoot it from the logo. That's why she was able to retire your ass, because she was getting money off of Caitlin Clark's coattail. She in the public eye because she to Caitlin Clark, who can shoot it from the logo. And so she used the black victimhood too. You know, they donate $600,000 to a Carmelo Anthony, not the basketball player, but the black kid that stabbed and killed the white kid, now claiming self-defense. His family then raised $600,000. So anytime you play victim and use the race card, people support you. And that's right. A lot of black people who don't even watch no basketball, don't know nothing about it. As soon as you said, I'm doing this because I'm unapologetically me, and I'm doing this for the little girls that look like me. I'm doing it for us. Us girls that wear the eyelashes, that wave at people, the long horse hair. Think y'all look cute. You got horse tail on the back of your and you think you fly. And you doing it for little girls. No, don't tell my little black girls this is the way you should look. No, you shouldn't. That means you don't love yourself. You got to put other people's hair and animals' hair, attach it onto your head, and you think you fly. You look crazy. What are we doing? No wonder you missing. You can't see past them eyebrows. You can't see. You get it's in the way. Get them eyebrows out your eyes. What are you doing? Did anybody want the horse hair all over the place? You shaking, hitting people all in the face with that stuff? Poking people in their eyes, scratching people with them long ass nails? No, you played the race card, so the black people hopped on board who love to be victims. The black people that love to be victims, I'm gonna call them niggas, because we different. I'm a black person. I'm no longer a nigga. I used to be a nigga. I used to be a YN. That's what the youngsters call them today. They call them YNs. I used to be a nigga. Yeah. I was never a dumb nigga, though. But now I'm just a black man. I'm a black man. You feel me? I can't stand niggas, though. No. You niggas just lost your minds. And we not the same, Angel Reese Sr. No, we're not the same. I'm a black man. You a nigga. Yeah, we can't stand niggas. Niggas moved upstairs from me the other day. I said, God damn it. I live in the suburbs. There's supposed to be niggas in playing music and shit, playing music at night. God damn it. Black people moved upstairs, man. I live in the suburbs, man. Don't come bringing that nigga shit over here, man. Excuse my French, my bad. My bad. I love y'all too. I love you too. I love you too, Letitia. Come bringing that shit around here. I live in the hills. I live on the hello. My son told me that the other day. He said, "Come on, Pops, you gonna have to complain to son. They just moved in." There goes the neighborhood. There goes the neighborhood. I'm not boy. Listen, hey, okay. I'm sorry. Angel Reese, you know, we got too much going on. 3 minutes to game time. I gotta go. I love y'all. Appreciate all of y'all coming through, spending this Saturday with me. Be prepared for the post-game show. The post-game show, we're gonna be right back. Live game, I'm off. After the game, I'm back on. So make sure y'all come on back and let's do this again. Peace and love. I'm out. Enjoy the game.